Hi guys. So this is probably a video that's not gonna be super interesting to a whole lot of people. Oh, you can see the microphone in here. Oh lord. How do I move this? It's good? It's good? Yeah, great. So this probably isn't a video that's gonna be like super duper interesting to a lot of you, but I don't know, it's just something I thought I'm gonna talk about because I like talking about positive things. And I don't tend to do New Year's resolutions because the one time I did have a New Year's resolution, which was to travel more, COVID hit. That was my 2020 New Year's resolution. So I don't tend to do New Year's resolutions, but this year I've been working on myself lately a lot, doing all that stuff you're supposed to do as an adult. And I figured that in order to become a better human being in general, I have to try to be a little bit more positive. And what's a good way to be a little bit more positive? Focusing on good things and things that you like. So I'm gonna talk about something good, which is food. Like, you cannot... Sorry, if you hear any weird noises, it's my cat scratching his carton, because he has his own piece of carton to scratch. He doesn't scratch anything else. He's like the most well-behaved cat in the world. Hey, Cockatoo baby, you want to say hi? No, he does not want to say hi. Well, anyway, so I'm doing this kind of just to share something I like with y'all, because I'm assuming the majority of you have never been to South Africa, maybe never will be, and it's food, in my opinion, is one of the best ways of learning about a culture of a certain place. And mostly I'm thinking, maybe someone's going to be going to South Africa and thinking, what do I buy there? I don't know, everything looks so weird and different, blah, blah, blah. And they'll come upon this and be like, okay, maybe I'll try this. Who knows? Anyway, before I get started, I'm just going to give you a quick update. So I'm kind of in this mindset that maybe I'll actually, do videos. So, if this continues, this will be my last video where I just record and don't do shit. And in the next one, I'll actually, my boyfriend said he can download a program to edit stuff and everything for me. So, yeah, maybe I'll do that if I actually continue doing this. 3 videos in a row. I mean, I've got one more planned, a book video about books that, to read if you're feeling down and stuff. I really kind of want to, be a positive person and help other people be happy, I guess. I don't know. So, if I actually do continue with this, I'll start editing these videos. Maybe the next one, if not, then the next one, because I'm working on a thrift shop video, but I'm going to have to edit quite a few things because I've thrifted a lot this year. So, this is thrifted. I'll talk about it a little bit later. In a different video. So, maybe I'll actually start editing these things and they won't be like this in the last 2 videos where I just press record, do my stuff, and stop. So, yeah. But, if not, then I apologize. I still have no idea what I'm doing, and if I'm actually doing this, or if it's just 3 videos, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Life. Anyway, so, some of you might know, some of you might have figured out, I don't know. I always promised myself I wouldn't talk about, my private stuff, but, I don't know. Here I go and talk about my private stuff. So, I was raised in 2 cultures, 2 countries. Yes, I was raised in South Africa and I was raised in Poland, where I currently still reside for reasons, yes. But I do still visit South Africa. My mum lives there. I don't know if I should be saying this, but my mum, I don't know. I'm not doxing myself. I'm not even saying where she lives. Anyway, so I just came back from South Africa because, Christmas, and Polish culture and South African culture are vastly different, but in Poland, Christmas is a very big thing, so, I don't know, I don't know if I can call myself binational, bicultural, I don't fucking know what, but, there's a little bit of this and that in me, and the big Christmas stuff is definitely very Polish here. South Africa, it's kind of celebrated, not even comparably to how it is here. Okay, I'm blabbering on again. Never mind. So, I just got back from South Africa, and I went there with 2 suitcases. 2 suitcases. One was filled with my stuff, and one was filled with my mom's stuff, because she decided she left a fuck ton of things in Poland, and she wants them there now. So, I took them to her, but that meant that I had a full, suitcase that's empty. So what did I do? I packed it with all my favorite food and brought it back to Poland, because that's what a normal sane person would do, right? So I'm going to share with you my favorite treats, snacks, drinks, I don't know, from South Africa. You will not be seeing the drinks and some of the snacks, because I have already eaten them at this point, and the camera's not focusing again. Can we? Maybe? Thanks, great. But I'll still talk about them. So, yes, let's get into it. So I'm just going to say that the majority of things I'm going to talk about, they're not quality products, okay? They're not healthy or quality, but I like them, and I'm very sentimental, and like the majority of them, this camera's, okay, I'm moving too much, maybe that's the case. Can we? Hello there. We'll see. But the majority of these foods I have grew up on and eaten and throughout my entire childhood. Can we just focus? Great. So yeah, I'm very sentimental. I'm not saying they're quality products, and I'm not saying you like them, but who knows. Let's start with something that is at least mildly quality, and is actually something very traditional. So these are called rusks. So they're these kinds of biscuits. They're very tough, they're very hard. They're kind of biscuits like this. And they are, I think they're baked twice. This is one of the original, if not the original company producing them. It's called Oma, which in Afrikaans means grandma. I might be mispronouncing that. I do speak a little bit of Afrikaans, but I'm not fluent by any way. So if you're South African and I mispronounce things, please forgive me. Thanks. So these biscuits actually have a long tradition in South Africa. I think they were first made in like the 17th century. Late, I meant late 18th, 16th, 17th, 1680, 1690, something like that if I'm not mistaken. And originally the first Dutch people, so the people that would probably then become the Afrikaans people. I mean, the Afrikaans people are an amalgamation of very different cultures, but that's a whole different topic for a different time. So the first Dutch people, the first settlers, I think they were called the Boers then. They did something called the Great Trek, and during the Great Trek they had to trek through South Africa terrain, which is sometimes difficult, and they had to do so. We're not focusing again, this isn't nice. And sometimes they had to not have food for a very long time. So one of the ways that they kept the food is that they made rusks, which they baked twice. That's why they're also, if I'm not mistaken, that's why also they're so hard that if you ever eat them, they're very, very hard biscuits to eat. You usually, I think, put them in a cup of tea and just eat it when it's a little bit soggy. At least that's what we did when I was a kid. And the reason for that was so that the bread, because they're essentially kind of like a sweetish bread, they're not really a biscuit, they're kind of like a sweetish, very tough bread. I think people call it a biscuit because of the consistency. So the bread would stay good for longer so that they could actually, eat it. And it wouldn't, dry up by itself or get moldy or anything. So this one that I'm showing you is my favorite because I think it's one of the traditional ones, or more traditional ones, because you can buy ones with caramel and peanut butter and chocolate and all amount of crazy stuff these days. I like the basic ones the most. I mean, basic. They're with raisins and oatmeal and things, and I personally like these the most. I think they're the nicest. However, feel free to try whatever ones you want. Another thing that I will not be showing you because my boyfriend and I already ate all of it because it's perfect is biltong. And biltong, if I remember correctly, has the same type of history during the Great Trek, where they were the food was scarce. They were scared they might not get food for a long while. They made biltong. If I'm not mistaken, please correct me if I'm wrong. This is what I remember from school and stuff. So I might be misremembering. I should have probably fact checked before I actually made this video. But biltong is, I think it was originally cow meat, and you can still buy it in cow form, but you can also buy gamey meat these days as well. I personally like the traditional cow biltong the most still. So it's beef that is dried. Sometimes it's dried with a little bit of herbs and spices and other things. And the way I think they did it originally is that they put the meat between the horse and the saddle. I might be misremembering, so if I'm saying bullshit, please correct me. These days, obviously, they probably don't do it, but biltong is still one of the best things I've ever fucking eaten in my life. In Poland, okay, yeah, we have kabanosy, but like we don't really have. We have sausage-like stuff when it comes to like salty snacks, but if you want a sweet snack in Poland, it's difficult to find like savory stuff. It's gonna be mostly sweet, it's gonna be fruits and stuff like that. I sometimes want a savory, meaty snack, and I don't like sausages, I don't like kabanosy, so biltong was like the perfect thing for me, and I really miss it being in Poland because it's just so damn good. I mean, obviously, if you're vegetarian and vegan, it's not going to be for you, but if you eat meat, biltong is honestly the best thing you could eat in South Africa, in my own humble opinion. It's just a bloody masterpiece. It is so good if you're a meat eater. If you live in Australia or New Zealand, I know you guys can get, at least when I've been to Australia, I've seen, and I know from a few people from New Zealand, that you can buy biltong there as well. And I bought a few pieces of biltong when I was in Australia, because in South Africa you can buy it fresh, as in these like specific stores that sell it, like handmade, I guess, and they'll cut it up for you and everything. But you can also buy it, you know, prepackaged in a supermarket, and that's the way you can buy it in Australia, like prepackaged. And I'm sorry, Australians, and I'm sorry, New Zealanders, because in Australia I also bought some of the New Zealand biltong, but that ain't good. I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm a terrible human being, I know. But if you're Australian or from New Zealand and you've tried biltong, because I know you can get in those areas, and it's not very good for you, as in you don't like it. If you're ever in South Africa, try eating the real thing, like not prepackaged in the store, buy fresh biltong. It is... like, I have no description on how good it tastes if you like meat. It is genuinely, in my opinion, the best thing you could ever eat in South Africa. But that's from like the more traditional treats, also the probably healthier treats as well. Now let's get on to the less healthy stuff. So, this some of you might recognize, especially if you're American. Oh, you thought it was a Twinkie? No, it's a Tinkie. Which is probably the same thing, but South Africa does it differently because fuck everyone, that's why I guess. Was this even made in South Africa though? That is the question. Yes, manufactured in South Africa by a South African corporation. So it seems this is indeed a Twinkie ripoff and not actually just a part of the Twinkie company. I'd have to look into it, but just based off of the description, it looks like a ripoff. So yeah, I have no idea what a real Twinkie tastes like. Maybe it tastes the same, but Tinkies are great. They taste very chemically, but I love them. So if you ever want a South African version of a Twinkie, Tinkies. There's various like different flavors. I like these two the most, and I'm lucky enough that I can buy them in one. So half of the Tinkie is chocolate with chocolate filling, and the other half is vanilla with chocolate filling. But you can buy like strawberry with strawberry filling, vanilla with strawberry filling. I think there's like a toffee flavor as well and everything. So that's very nice. So now another thing is there's this company. It's called Bakers, and I'm pretty sure it's a South African company. However, if I'm mistaken, please correct me. And there's two things from them that I do genuinely enjoy, even though one of them tastes like diabetes, and it probably is diabetes. But the first one is Zoo vanilla flavored biscuits. Yeah, ice biscuits, yes. These are just pure as diabetes. So these are essentially, oh man, I love the smell of these. You have like, these are so cute because you have not only different colors, but different like animals on them as well. And now, this shit ain't good. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Sorry, I want to show you all the colors. This, and blue, obviously, my fav. This shit ain't good. I'm sorry, it's not good, and I think the main reason I like these is because when I was in like preschool and primary school, like we just chowed the ever-loving fuck out of these. Like if someone was bringing biscuits to school, they'd bring these. If we were going to a birthday party, most of the time there would be these. Like, I don't know, if a teacher wanted to do something nice and brought biscuits to school, they'd bring Zoo biscuits. So do they taste like pure sugar and nothing but sugar? Yes. But I'm very sentimental. I think it's worth trying them because in that sugar, that icing has a very specific taste. A little bit chemically, but also kind of nice to me. I don't think you can actually eat more than one biscuit at a time because of how fucking sweet they are. But like I said, I'm very sentimental, and the additional chemically kind of flavoring added to the biscuits I think is fairly nice, at least to try out. If you want to try something crazy, that's that. For more edible things from Bakers, because Bakers also has like normal biscuits, you know, like chocolate chip cookie type things and stuff. But I can bake those myself, so I brought back all the stuff that, you know, I'm kind of not only sentimental about, but like I'm not gonna make them myself. Jolly Jammers, and these are raspberry and vanilla biscuits, and essentially it's literally this. I'm gonna show you guys, but it's biscuits that sorry, just trying to get it out. Yeah, you see? Nightmare Fuel, you know? They are still very, very sweet, but it's not comparable, not even close to the Zoo biscuits. So these are actually edible. You can actually eat quite a few of them at a time, in my opinion. And I really like it because the vanilla is kind of creamy, the vanilla part, and what am I even doing? The vanilla part, and then the jam, the raspberry jam, is kind of like gooey. It's not like a jam, it's not like a jelly, it's something in between a jam and a jelly. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's kind of gooey and chewy, and I think that it not only tastes good, but it has a very nice consistency to it as well. However, do keep in mind that these are also fairly sweet. Like, it's not the same level as, you know, the Zoo biscuits, but they're still fairly sweet. So if you're not into extremely sweet sweets, then probably stick to the rusks. Now, another thing, and this is less sweet and also healthier, and I used to love these as a kid because I think this was my parents' way of forcing me to eat something mediocrely healthy by, like, cheating me into, like, you know. And these are bubbles. And these are chocolate, like, you have different types. It's like, you can buy with, like, some, like, Maltesers, or you can buy them with, like, nuts inside. I specifically like the raisins, because those are the ones that I grew up on. And it's simply that. It's literally just a chocolate-covered raisin. It's nothing crazy, honestly, but I think they're genuinely really good. The raisins are good. The chocolate is milk chocolate, but it's not like overly sweet. Like so Europe has spoiled me because the chocolate in Europe is genuinely really good quality. South Africa, I don't know if South Africa has a whole lot of its own chocolate. You can buy Cadbury, which is British, I think, but I don't think South Africa has its own chocolate per se. But you know, when they do have like milky or chocolatey things, they do tend to be fairly sweet. So if you ever order a milkshake in South Africa, it does taste like diabetes as well. So these are nice because the milk, it is milk chocolate, but it's not like so overwhelmingly sweet, and the raisins are nice. So if you like raisins, it's a very basic, easy treat, but it's very nice, and it's also going to be much less sweet than the biscuits, so maybe it's something you'd like to try out. And something that literally everyone's surprised, so I bought back a whole, like, I bought back a fuck ton of those things, not only for myself, but to share with some friends and colleagues at work. And this is what surprises everyone the most. These are Sweetie Pie Caramel Marshmallow Pies. So it's legit what it says. I'm not gonna open it because, you know, there's still, you know, in that. But it's a little caramel marshmallow covered in chocolate. And now everyone I say who tried this was like, oops, can we focus, please? I want to be done. I'm already talking for 18 minutes. It's ridiculous. I talk way too much. Have you ever noticed? Of course you've noticed. So great. So everyone's always surprised eating these because they're expecting them to be, once again, overly sweet and just really nasty. I mean, it's fucking marshmallows and they're caramel flavored and they're covered in chocolate, but they're actually genuinely really good. They're way better quality than the two biscuits I've shown you, and they're also less sweet than the biscuits I've shown you. So everyone's always positively surprised by just how good these are. So if you want something that might be a little bit different but also a little bit familiar and isn't, you know, overly sweet and is actually kind of good to a lot of people, these are really nice. So I'm nearing to an end here mostly. There's one more thing that I want to share, and this probably isn't a South African thing. Like, you can probably get this everywhere in the world. I don't know. And yes, I know we should be boycotting Nestle. I didn't know that when I was buying this. I literally learned it like 2 days ago, so please do apologize. And it's Nestle Milky Bars with Smarties. Now you can get this, I think, in milk chocolate and white chocolate variation. I like the white chocolate variation because the Smarties inside, are normal Smarties. So like, they'll have milk chocolate inside. And I like the combination of those two. So it's a very basic thing because it's literally just a white chocolate bar with some Smarties inside. Nothing over the top. But I personally really like this. I don't know, unless you are not boycotting Nestle, then buy it. And if you are, like we probably should be, I don't know, I haven't actually read into it that much, so I probably shouldn't be giving an opinion. I don't know if I should be advertising this, so I'm going to share it, that this is something I used to like as a kid. Now I'm going to quickly share with you a few drinks that I really like that I don't have because I already drank them all. The first one is Steri Stumpy. I'm gonna link a song about Steri Stumpy in the description below. Steri Stumpy is, I think it's South African milk company that produces flavored milks. And so, you have the original like banana, you do have banana, vanilla, you have chocolate, strawberry, but you also have like 3 different types of coffee flavors, caramel, peanut butter, and fucking Sparletta, which is South African cream soda. It does not, in my opinion, taste the same as an American cream soda. One of my friends that I bought a Sparletta back from South Africa says that it tastes like Skittles. I don't know if I see that, but then again, I haven't eaten Skittles since I was like 8. So I also just genuinely don't remember what a Skittles tastes like. So, you get like all these different types of milks, and they're genuinely good. Chocolate is my absolute favorite, and I always buy chocolate milk. I was in South Africa now for 2.5 weeks, and I drank at least one Steri Stumpy chocolate milk a day, because Steri Stumpy is just the superior chocolate milk. Yes, Poland's chocolate milks from like Mlekowita and everything are still good, but Steri Stumpy, and something I really, really like, that I've been to like at least probably 20-30 countries in my life. Yes, I know some people have been to way more, but I am still young, okay, and don't have a whole lot of money. And I always try to find chocolate milk where I go. But even without chocolate, it's not about chocolate milk, it's about drinks in general. Something I've never experienced in a single country I've ever been to in my life, apart from South Africa, is that when you open a Steri Stumpy chocolate milk, the bottle is actually full to the brim. Like, you have to be careful. It doesn't have like a cap on. You have to kind of peel off this plastic from up top. A lot of people just put a straw through it. But when you pull it back to drink the Steri Stumpy milk, it's legit. You have to be careful not to spill it because the whole bloody bottle is actually full. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't know. I understand that oftentimes, like carbonated drinks aren't full to the brim because they can explode or whatever. But I don't know, water's never full to the brim, juices are never full to the brim, iced teas, like that shit ain't gonna explode. It doesn't have carbonation. So Steri Stumpy is legit the only thing I've ever bought where I'm like, this is a good deal for my buck, because this shit's actually fucking full to the brim. Like, I actually have a full-on ass bottle just entirely filled with the milk I paid for, and I think that is very nice of them. And I'm going to recommend Steri Stumpy to everyone. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't tried the majority of flavors, like peanut butter, Sparletta. I don't know, man, they kind of terrify me, not gonna lie. But if anyone has tried a different Steri Stumpy flavor, let me know your experiences. Especially, I need to know the Sparletta one, because that shit's crazy. But yeah, I will link the Steri Stumpy song below, because Steri Stumpy is a whole thing, and it's the superior flavored milk, and it's just, I am indoctrinating you into my Steri Stumpy cult. So, if you want to have a good day and listen to a fun song about flavored milk, the Steri Stumpy song will be down below. But speaking of Sparletta, it's another thing. I hate it. I mean, I like to drink it from time to time for sentimental reasons, but it's shit. I'm sorry. It's just very, very sweet. Like, if you like cream soda, then, this is South African cream soda. The flavor probably doesn't differ that much. But it's South African's green soda, the cream soda, and it's green, like toxic green, and it probably tastes exactly what it looks like. It's crazy. But a lot of people like it, so I guess I'm gonna just recommend that. A lot of people drink it not only in milk form, but they drink it in fucking milkshake form. So you'll get like a spa latte and add fucking milk, and then you add ice cream, and it's crazy, man. I'm sorry. I love the meme of spa latte, but I don't understand how. Okay, never mind. The last thing I want to recommend drink-wise, because I genuinely think it's really nice. It is fairly sweet, but then again, I just kind of have a comparison with a lot of European countries, including Poland, where we don't put as much sugar into our things as people do in, I know, the States, or, well, South Africa is in state level, but, you know, we really don't put that much sugar into stuff. So this is fairly sweet, but it's not that sweet comparatively to some other things like spa latte. But it's Acal flavored waters, and they're like a sparkling water just flavored with a fruit, right? So you have, my favorite is lychee, but you also have like passion fruit, and you have, what are they called? Nectarine? They're not called nectarines. Mandarins? Tangerines, they're called tangerines, yes. So they call them nart here in South Africa. That's in Afrikaans, and I have no idea how to pronounce it correctly because my Afrikaans isn't that good. It's been a while, it's been many years. But, so you have like a lot of, I think there's even like watermelon flavor. I haven't drunk that though. But the passion fruit and the lychee are really good. I highly recommend them, especially the lychee one, because it actually tastes like a lychee. It is very sweet, but then if you've ever eaten a lychee, you know that they're extremely sweet fruits on their own. Like, I don't think I've ever eaten a lychee that isn't just tasting like sugar. Even if they're not like fully ripened and everything, they still taste like sugar. So that's something nice to drink as well, if you want something that is, I think at least, fairly South African. So that's all I wanted to share today. If you're ever in South Africa and want to try any of these, or maybe you have tried of these because you've been in South Africa, let me know what you think about them. If you're South African, or if you've just been to South Africa and you have different treats and snacks that you like that I haven't talked about because either I don't like them, I didn't think they're important, or I don't know about them, leave a comment below and tell me what your favorite snack is. If you're not from South Africa, you can tell me what your favorite snack is from your place and where you're from is. And I don't know, let's say I'm from Argentina and I like this and this is Argentinian and it's nice. I don't know. Let me know anyway. So thank you guys. That is all from me. I will see you hopefully, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I have 0 plans for my future. I mean, I have 1 plan, but that's a secret for now. I'm not telling you. Not yet. You'll know, but not now. Okay, never mind. So maybe I will see you in some time. And yeah, have a good day. Have a lovely day. Be happy. I hope you're happy. I hope your life's going good. I hope everything's okay. It gets better, yes. And I'll see you around. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.